Why is Pakistan, a nation already struggling after its war with India, suddenly bombing Afghanistan just months later? What could drive two Muslim neighbors, once allies, to turn their weapons against each other? The answer reveals a tangled web of revenge, betrayal, and great power manipulation. The spark in the night it began quietly, deep into the night of October 11, 2025. Pakistan's Air Force launched a wave of strikes, F-16 fighters, Wing-Loong drones over multiple Afghan cities, including Kabul, the capital. Explosions lit up the sky, marking the beginning of an unexpected war. Only 3 days earlier, on October 8th, Pakistan had suffered a deadly ambush by the Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, or Pakistani Taliban. 16 soldiers were killed, including a major. The government vowed revenge, but here lies the twist. The Taliban that Pakistan blamed for the attack was operating from Afghanistan, a country ruled by another Taliban. Two groups, two flags, yet one origin. The two Talibans, both the Afghan Taliban and the Pakistani Taliban, share the same roots, the Pashtun people, an ethnic group that straddles both sides of the border. Their homeland, Pashtunistan, was split in two by the Durand Line, a boundary drawn by the British in 1893. To this day, Pakistan recognizes it, Afghanistan does not. The Pashtuns on both sides never accepted that division. Families, tribes, and fighters crossed back and forth freely. During the wars against the US from 2001 to 2021, the two Talibans fought side by side as brothers against a common enemy. But after America's withdrawal and the Taliban's return to power in Kabul, things changed. The Afghan Taliban became the government. The Pakistani Taliban became rebels, seeking to overthrow Pakistan's secular rule. Now, one governs a state, the other wants to destroy it. The border burns after the October 8th attack. Pakistan blamed the Afghan Taliban for harboring the militants. Kabul denied everything. The Taliban government accused Pakistan of violating Afghan sovereignty. What followed was a bitter exchange, not only of words, but of missiles. Pakistan claimed it was hunting terrorists hiding across the border. Afghanistan said it was defending its land. Behind the rhetoric lay a painful irony. Two groups sharing the same language, faith, and blood, now pointing guns at each other. Why would brothers go to war? Because their political goals had diverged. The Afghan Taliban wants recognition as a legitimate state. The Pakistani Taliban wants revolution, and each side sees the other as a threat to its survival. The hidden hands. Yet, this conflict is not just about tribes or religion. It's also about geopolitics. Behind every modern war, there are invisible hands. Only months earlier, in May 2025, Pakistan fought a fierce air war with India, its longtime rival. India's military victory in that conflict humiliated Pakistan's leadership. Now, in October, just as Pakistan strikes Afghanistan, India's Foreign Minister Jai Shankar meets Afghanistan's Foreign Minister in New Delhi. They announce the restoration of full diplomatic relations and reopen India's embassy in Kabul. To Pakistan, this is more than coincidence. It's a message. India and Afghanistan are aligning, perhaps even conspiring, against Islamabad. And so, Pakistan's airstrikes serve not only as revenge against terrorists, but as a warning to both Kabul and New Delhi. The American angle. But wait, where does the United States stand in all this? Surprisingly, behind Pakistan. Despite decades of mistrust, Washington and Islamabad have recently grown closer again. After the 2025 Indo-Pak War, U.S. officials met repeatedly with Pakistan's army chief. Asim Munir deals followed quickly. In July, joint development of Pakistan's oil resources. In September, cooperation on rare earth minerals. In October, a proposal for the U.S. to develop a new port just 113 kilometers from China's Gwadar port. Coincidence? Hardly. Analysts believe Washington quietly encouraged Pakistan's assertiveness to counter both China and India, and to keep Afghanistan unstable enough to prevent rival powers from filling the void America once occupied. So when Pakistan went to war again, this time against its neighbor, it likely did so with a green light from Washington. China's dilemma for China. Pakistan's closest ally, this situation is troubling. Beijing's China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, part of the Belt and Road Initiative, depends on regional stability. Yet Pakistan is now fighting wars on two fronts, with India in the southeast and Afghanistan in the northwest. A country divided by conflict cannot focus on trade. And for China, that means delayed projects, disrupted logistics, and growing insecurity along its western borders. While China stays neutral, it watches closely, aware that every explosion near its investments shakes the foundation of its long-term strategy in South Asia. The unseen cost behind the headlines are the human costs: villages destroyed by airstrikes, families fleeing the borderlands, economies already in crisis sinking even deeper. Pakistan's economy is hanging by a thread. Inflation is high, foreign reserves are low, and its people are tired of endless war. Afghanistan, too, remains isolated, impoverished, and fragile. Yet both governments continue to fight, not just for land, but for pride, for legitimacy, and for the illusion of control. The bigger picture zoom out, and the war between Pakistan and Afghanistan is more than just another border clash. It reflects the turbulent reality of the region surrounding China, a region of fragile states, shifting alliances, and constant tension. While the United States sits comfortably with only two neighbors, Canada and Mexico, China faces 14. Many of them are unstable or hostile to each other. This is the reality of China's rise. To prosper, it must navigate a neighborhood where almost every door hides a storm, and Pakistan's latest war is just one of those storms. In the end, no one truly wins in such conflicts. Pakistan bleeds, Afghanistan burns, India and America maneuver in the shadows, and ordinary people, soldiers, traders, families, pay the price. The border lines drawn by empires long ago still dictate the bloodshed of today, and as history repeats itself, the world is reminded that peace is far harder to build than war is to start. If you found this story revealing, don't let it fade into silence. Subscribe to our channel for more deep insights into world conflicts, power politics, and untold histories. Like, share, and comment to let us know what you think about the Pakistan-Afghanistan crisis. Your voice helps history stay alive and helps truth travel further.